Welcome to the 2A Patriot Ranch, where freedom rings and liberty stands, don't need to flinch. Deep in the heart of the American soil, this is where we train, where we sweat and we toil. We run drills on tactical defense, honing our skills with a precise cadence. Rifle marksmanship to hand-to-hand combat, leave no stone unturned, that's a fact.
What is up, 2A Patriot Ranch family? We are back up at the ranch today, and we've got an exciting review for you. We're going to be taking a look at the Freedom Ordnance FX-9, so stay tuned. All right, as I was saying, we're going to be taking a look at the Freedom Ordnance FX-9 today. This is one of the, I think this is the first pistol caliber carbine I ever bought, probably about, I would say about 2 years ago now. Just to get some stuff out of the way here, today we're going to be using the Holosun Ames red dot on here. Check out, wait for the review on this one. That's why we have it on here today. We're reviewing the optic as well. And we've got an SBA 4 pistol brace from SB Tactical. When I first bought this gun, it was during the height of the pistol brace ban, and it came with a slick buffer tube and a padded buffer covering. So I switched out, put an Arrow buffer tube on here with this SBA 4, just for ease of use. So this is an AR style pistol caliber carbine. A lot of the functions on it are very, very similar. It is obviously a direct blowback. It's got a charging handle, as well as a fire control unit here with the BCG. The BCG is a little bit different than your standard AR BCG, but all the other controls are very, very similar. So we've got a mag release. This mag release is nice, big. It's got a little bit of texture on here, which is really nice to have. You just you can slap the paddle. I prefer that kind of drop and that kind of release. It's got a standard AR style trigger on it. On the other side, we've got fire and safety selector, as well as a bolt release. The bolt release is actually in a pretty good position and a lock back there. It really fits well in the hand. Takedown is the same as your standard AR takedown. You've got takedown pins here and here. I've got I believe this is the 4.5 inch version with this thick CAC style looking muzzle device on here. And then for a charging handle, these come standard with the Freedom Ordnance. I believe it's called the enhanced charging handle. Just in transparency, Freedom Ordnance did send me out their upgraded version, which is made by Breek arms, and it has this wide wing on it. I'm really digging this. Those of you that have used them on your ARs know they are a pretty good option when you're looking at charging handles. Like I said, standard AR, so it does have a buffer tube with a buffer spring and a buffer in it. It comes standard with a A2 style grip on it. I am a big fan of, you know, the normal pistol style grips. I believe this is the MOE. Yep, this is the MOE, so it's got the little secret compartment on the bottom, and it's got a nice little beaver tail on the back. Included in the back here is a quick detach point. So I've got just a single point sling on here. This thing's really small, so it's really easy to maneuver with a single point sling. You guys know I'm usually not a fan of these things, but it is nice on this gun. The only thing that I would say control-wise that I would prefer to see different, if you can see here, the trigger guard is just a flat, straight across trigger guard. It makes it a little bit more difficult to fire with gloves on, which you'll see here in a little bit. Freedom Ordnance reliability. This thing has probably 2,000-3,000 rounds through it, and it still performs like a champ. Obviously, with its AR style build, it's very easy to break down and clean. I've cleaned it probably about every 500-600 rounds or so, and no issues, no misfires, anything like that. As you can see, we have the optic all the way forward. Even though the front part of this handguard here is not very long, you can see I have the optic attached on the static side of the upper receiver. That way we don't get any play. When you start sitting it out further on the upper handguard, you have the possibility of it shifting and you losing 0 on your red dot. Overall, a very quality build here. You know, one of the things that I get asked a lot, because I've obviously posted some PCC videos before with the PSA ARV and the CZ Scorpion, is like, what's the intended purpose of this thing here? Highly debatable, to be honest. You know, I'm not using this in any sort of defense situation. Not that you couldn't, but I think when you look at a platform, if you're going to go with this size of a gun, you can even go just a tad bit longer, go with something in 300 blackout, and you've probably got a more formidable weapon than you have here. But because of the small form factor, I really do like it for maybe a little, you know, a slight home defense situation. For me, it's a range plinker. It's just fun as shit to shoot. So I go out and shoot these things mainly on the range. Now, what you're not getting with this gun is reduced recoil. You get pretty much the same amount of recoil that you get with any AR style pistol. Very, very similar, if not sometimes a little bit worse. The mitigation on it's not fantastic, but like any AR platform, you know, it's not bad. You know, you look at other products that are on the market in the PCC that are way worse, like the Kel-Tec Sub 2000, which about rips your face and your arm off. This is nowhere near like that. So this gun does come in a couple different sizes. Like I said, I have I believe it's like a 4.5, 5 inch. You can kind of tell here, maybe the 4 inch. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, somewhere in there. They also make a full length version of this, as well as a 7 inch or 8 inch version of it. So they've got something kind of for all flavors. It does come with a multitude of different end options. We'll call it end options. You could SBR this thing and put a buttstock on it. I believe they do sell a few with the CAC brace on there. And I believe even like that PSA ARV, you could put the PDW bit pistol brace on it as well. Well, enough talking about this darn thing. Let's go out. Let's put some lead on steel and see how she runs. What's up, 2A Patriot Ranch family? Just want to give a huge shout out to one of our sponsors, Born Primitive. We wear their tactical lineup of stuff every single time we're out here at the ranch and on the range. Right now, we've got their short sleeve range shirts on. It is hotter than hell in this Florida sunny day right now. We're feeling nice and cool. This material is amazing. Loving it. Pants, super lightweight. Give them a try. Head on over to bornprimitive.com. Click on tactical. You'll find all the gear right there. All right, so we're out here on the range with it right now. Gonna put some lead on steel. This does take standard Glock magazines. You'll notice I have a little stubby Glock magazine in here. This is a 17 round magazine. The reason I do not have like an Amin 2 Glock stick or something like that in it is because I get a no-no badge every single time I do one on YouTube. So I am trying to stay within the spectrum of the rules from the thing that tube does for you. And so today we got a little stubby in there. Still gonna be fun to shoot though. So let's shoot some rounds, see how she runs. Yeah, that was fun. I think I hit every single damn one of those. That was pretty good. I didn't even take the chance to sight this optic in because I had pulled it directly off of the PSA ARV, and I figured probably going to be pretty close to on same platformish type weapon, and yeah, sure ran pretty well. You know, I would say that, you know, like I was talking about in the beginning there, you do get a little bit of, you do get a good bit of blowback and recoil on it, but it's nothing that's not manageable. For those of you that are used to firing AR style weapons, you're not even going to notice. It's smooth for that type of a gun. A little further back, still spot on, so it wasn't just an anomaly that I was nailing them. Yeah, like I said, I use this as a range toy, as a plinking gun. It's smooth in the sense of you can move from target to target, really compact. I mean, if you look at that footprint there, I mean, you're just so small with it. You can really control the firearm really well. You can manipulate it very, very well. Yeah, let's head back on over to the truck and give some final thoughts. All right, well, that was fun. I wish we could have used the larger magazines, could have shot a few more rounds at a time, but you know, censorship and shit. So, final thoughts. I love this little gun. It's compact. It has a small footprint. You could put it in a backpack. You could throw a folder on it and really condense the size on it. I do suggest that if you get one of these, go with the option to upgrade it to the Breek Warhammer. It makes a load of difference when you're in a small, compact space to be able to grab a hold of that charging handle. As you can see, it does have last round open, which is pretty awesome. You can tell when you break this thing down and look at the internals, it has the little pin that locks back on last round. The other cool thing is that inside of the BCG, where the firing pin sits, it's spring activated, so you don't get any negligent discharges on it. Well, overall, I highly suggest if you're in the market and you want a PCC, it's just something you want to mess around with. Obviously, you can use them for defense situations. Are they the best? Probably not. But I will tell you that when you have an option like this, as opposed to an option like this thing for newbies, very hard to shoot, especially if you've never shot with an optic before. Just not the easiest thing in the world to shoot. Whereas this, you can put this in any novice's hands, show them how to hold it, and say, put that circle on something, and pull the trigger. You've got complete control of it. The blowback isn't so much that somebody of a smaller stature is going to get like tossed back like a shotgun or anything like that. So there are some defense applications to it, especially if somebody's not comfortable shooting a pistol or shooting a pistol with optics. Optics on this type of a platform are a lot easier to use than an optic on a pistol. Well, if you have any questions about this gun, you know, leave a comment down below, or any PCCs in general. We probably are going to do a comparison video on this, the ARV, and the CZ Scorpion to kind of give you a rundown of what we think. But any other questions, leave them down below. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get notified every single time that we post cool freaking content just like this, ring that notification bell. And last but not least, do us a favor. We are completely shadow banned on Instagram. Go give us a follow at 2A Patriot Ranch. Until next time, I'm John from 2A Patriot Ranch.